Many people think that healing happens by changing your thoughts alone. But a lot of our clients come to us and they've been in therapy before and they understand logically with their brain what is going on with them, why they're experiencing the challenges that they are, but there's always the question of what now? What do I do with that information? And that's why we do somatic therapy. Because if you've had a lot of stressful situations in the past, your nervous system can become conditioned to scan for danger. And even though you logically might understand that you're safe, your body doesn't believe it yet, so you're going to continue responding to situations as if you are in danger. Somatic therapy helps your nervous system learn that the danger has passed and helps you be able to identify between real danger and perceived danger and also become comfortable with safety. So somatic therapy incorporates the body in the therapy work that you're doing. And it's not just breathing exercises or meditation. It's work that helps you release tension from the body when you are safe, feel your emotions in your body instead of overanalyzing them, and also small movements to release the feelings from the body once you've gotten the information from them that you need. So at Evolve, we use the Sovereign Body Method, which integrates somatic therapy with other evidence-based therapies to make sure that you're not just talking about the problem, you're actually noticing real change in how you experience the world. Somatic therapy can be right for you if you've already done talk therapy, but you're still wanting a deeper change. If you understand why you respond to certain situations the way you do, but you're not able to actually change it yet. And it's especially good for people who tend to overthink things because it really helps you drop down from your mind into your body and feel. Because our feelings are very important. Our feelings show us that something in the environment is important to us and they're there to help us, to guide us, to give us important signals and information. But also we want to make sure to move these feelings through the body once we've received that information. Somatic therapy is also good for people who tend to always be stressed or anxious, or can't seem to relax even when you're done with all the work for the day. And somatic therapy is also good for people who react to situations faster than they could think about them. So when you're doing somatic therapy at Evolve, we don't jump in immediately to talking about the stressful situations or the trauma or the adverse experiences that you've been through. We first help you understand how your nervous system works and how your body stores the things that have happened to you in the past. Once you have a good understanding of how the nervous system gets conditioned, how the responses that you're experiencing today are normal considering the things you've been through in the past, then you and your therapist can work together and find the somatic exercises that work best for you. So we start with just learning how to feel safe in your body when you are actually in a safe situation. Going through this first phase of the Sovereign Body Method generally helps you feel more relaxed, more grounded, more centered, and usually helps people decrease their anxiety symptoms and their depressive symptoms. Once you generally feel safer in your body, then you can start to learn how certain feelings are felt in your body. Instead of thinking and overanalyzing the feeling, we're actually feeling the feeling. This is the time where you can identify feelings that you're noticing consistently or patterns that you're noticing in your life, and with that safety in your body, you can actually start changing. Once the nervous system is ready, then we can go into other interventions like EMDR, CBT, or anything that you and your therapist decide to use to process certain traumas or to rewrite certain patterns. So every session has an intention, not just talking for an hour. A lot of people don't want to talk about their trauma, and that's not necessary, because sometimes reliving every memory is not helpful. Also, sometimes people don't remember, or bringing up past traumatic situations can be overwhelming and sometimes even harmful for people. So we work at your nervous system's pace, and we want to make sure going through phase 1 and phase 2 that you're safe moving into any processing that we're going to do. So healing isn't measured by how many details you tell your therapist or how emotional the session was. Healing is actually measured by positive changes that you experience in living your life. So the goal is to be able to handle stressful situations but also positive situations, and to have that be tolerable for your body and your nervous system. Somatic therapy is great for anxiety because a lot of the times people understand that everything is going to be okay, that they're not necessarily in a life-threatening situation, but we still feel anxiety. And the reason for that is that it's a conditioned nervous system response where your nervous system has learned from past experiences realizes that there is danger, so now it's just scanning for that danger over and over again. And that's why logic alone doesn't help with anxiety. So somatic therapy for anxiety helps your body learn the difference between safety and threat, so that way you're able to access that safety more quickly when you actually need it. Talk therapy helps you understand, but somatic therapy helps you actually change how you respond to life. It helps your body experience something different. Both types of therapy are important because we need to be able to understand our patterns and why we're doing what we're doing, and sometimes where those patterns came from in the past. But a lot of clients come to us and they already have that insight and they're just wondering, okay, what do I do with this? So somatic therapy helps change how your whole system responds to certain triggers. And that's why our therapists like to combine multiple approaches instead of a one-size-fits-all. So going through phase 1 and phase 2 of the Sovereign Body Method, which rely heavily on somatic therapy, we notice that a lot of our clients just feel more grounded and more relaxed and more confident. They may still experience stressful situations in their lives, but they recover from those stresses faster. They learn how to make decisions from a place of knowing what is right for them. They're also able to sleep better and really be less overwhelmed by the challenges of life. So pretty much what somatic therapy does is it helps your body get out of that survival mode. So you could actually experience your life, recover from challenges faster, but also feel safe with positive emotions and positive experiences. So the duration of somatic therapy depends on each individual person. It depends on how long you've been living in a survival state. It depends on your consistency with doing these small, simple practices outside of session. It also depends on your support system, your life stressors, your environment, and also how honest you're able to be with your therapist about what's working for you and what's not. Somatic therapy is an evidence-based intervention. The science has shown how our nervous system can be conditioned by past triggers and past stressful experiences. So somatic therapy uses that mind-body connection for a full integrated healing. At Evolve, we believe that therapy needs to have structure and it shouldn't feel directionless. Your therapist has a plan for you, but also takes into consideration you, your past experiences, your life, and your preferences to make sure that what is happening in session actually helps you change, and to make sure that you're working on the goals that are important to you. So all of our therapists here are trained in the Sovereign Body Method, but the method is a framework, and within that framework you have a lot of space to figure out what specifically works best for you. And we measure success by how you're experiencing your life outside of the therapy session. A lot of our clients are able to finally set boundaries, to be themselves without second guessing themselves, to make decisions that they know are right for them. They feel calm communicating things that are important to them. They stop self-abandoning, and a lot of people let go of codependency and become interdependent within the relationships in their lives. So if you want to learn more about somatic therapy and how it's integrated within the Sovereign Body Method, schedule your consultation and we can talk about how somatic therapy can be applied in your life.